I am Dr. K. Rani, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. Today discuss my topic name is supply. What is supply? In the GST system, a taxable event is called a supply. For an event to be considered as a supply by the government, it should have the following characteristics. Supply of goods or service. When a transaction takes place, if there is a transfer of title of goods, then it is considered as supply of goods. For example, when you buy a pen from a retailer, the ownership of the pen is transferred from the retailer to you, the customer. When there is transfer of rights in goods without transfer of title, it is considered as supply or service. For example, if you are availing transportation service, then the right of using the service is transferred to you while the ownership still stay with the transportation company. Supply should be taxable. Supply of goods or service can either be taxable or tax exempt. Taxable supplies are goods or service that attract GST. The tax exempt supplies include supply of goods or service that belong to a specific category mentioned in the GST Act. What are the three components of the supply under GST? A supply under GST has three attributes that are used to calculate the tax owed for the transaction: place, value, and time. Place of supply. The components determine whether a transaction is a intrastate supply, interstate supply, or an external trade, which determine the types of GST that will be associated with it. Value of supply. These components decide the taxable value of supply made and thus the amount of tax that need to be paid for it. Times of supply. These components determine when the associated tax and GST return are due. Types of supply under GST. Under GST, supply of goods and or service can be classified into two major categories: taxable supply and non-taxable supply. These are further classified into different types based on the nature of supply made. Taxable supply. These refer to supply of goods or service that are taxable under GST. Registered taxpayer can claim refund on tax paid during purchase. Regular taxable suppliers. Whenever you supply an item or service which attract a GST trade greater than 0% within India, it becomes a regular taxable supply. Nil rate supply. Whenever you supply goods which attract 0% GST by default, such supply are known as nil rate supplies. Zero rate supplies. Whenever you make export supplies to a vessel zone, unit or demand export, the GST associated with the item or service involved becomes zero, even though the same would attract a GST rate greater than 0% when sold within India. Such supply are deemed as zero rate supply. Non-taxable supply. Exempted supply. The supply of exempt goods or service do not attract GST even though they are within the purview of GST. That said, the registered taxpayer cannot claim ITC on input used for making such supplies. Non-GST supply. This refers to supply of items which are outside the previous of GST law. Thank you.